Okay, Chapter 1, Lesson 7 starts with functions. There will be 2 videos for this one. This is part 1. So if you remember yesterday we had all those relations and we had the mapping and the table and the graph. That was great and all, but today we're going to talk about how can we turn that into a function, or what defines it as a function. So you'll see here on A, I have a mapping like yesterday. A function means, if it's a function, it means that there can be no repeats in the domain. And remember, domain was the x values. Okay, no repeats in the x values. Every input would be x, should have exactly one output. So how does that look like on an example? Come over here to domain. If I said, where does -2 point? You should be able to tell me one answer. Okay? No more. Just one. -2 goes to 3. That one's okay. 0 goes to 6. That's okay. 3 goes to 6. That's okay. 4 goes to 9. That's okay. Were there any repeats in the domain? No. Okay, notice with the range, the 6 actually did repeat, but that's okay. We don't care about repeats in the range. I only care about domain repeats. So yes, this one is a function. He gets a big old smiley face for that. Okay, but now notice B. This one's a table. Now we wrote our tables more like this. That's okay, this is just a sideways one. Again, look at the domain. Do you see any repeats? Here's a 1, here's a 3, here's a 5. Uh-oh, I have a 1 again. You cannot have any repeats. Get rid of that. Okay, so no. Not a function. Looky here, now I have it as points. So it might help me to kind of like highlight. Here's a 2, 3, 3, and a 2. Is it a function? No. Look at those 2's repeat. Look at those 3's repeat. Too many repeats. So no. Not a function. Okay? It gets a little more difficult when we are given a graph. Only because, up here I'm like, does the x repeat, does the x repeat, does the x repeat? And it's a little harder to see down here on a graph from that perspective, but I do have a super easy way to know, and it's called the vertical line test. You are going to love this. Check it out. This is kind of hard to show without you guys being able to see my pencil, but what I'm going to do is take my pencil and put it vertically along a graph, and I'm just going to move my pencil all the way from the left and move it to the right. And what I'm looking for at any point when my pencil crosses the graph, does it cross the graph more than once? So as I look, each time it only touches the graph exactly one time. So yes, this one is a function. Okay, if I come to the second example, and I'm drawing some vertical lines or whatever here. Ooh, it looks like right here it only touches once, but what happens if I draw a line here? It touches twice. It doesn't matter that over here it was okay, and over here it was okay. If anywhere it touches twice, no, not a function. Now this one over here is kind of interesting, because if I draw my vertical line straight down here, it actually kind of looks like it would go through twice. Here's something you should know. If it has a solid dot like it does on this one, that means that it does actually touch right there. Whereas this one has a circle, that means if I was to zoom in really, really close on that graph right there, the line is going like that. It's super close, but can you see that it doesn't actually touch? That's what's going to happen here. So it doesn't actually touch right there, meaning it does pass the vertical line test. So yes, This one is a function. Okay, that's all for today.